everybody.
Oh.
Wow,
Hi.
did I come in strong?
Yeah, that was.
Was that me or was that
That was.
It was good. Everybody's excited. You got us all in
Wake
the
Up?
mood.
That was the mic. That was just
No,
me?
that was just your big
just
Nick energy.
Big
if
Nick
I may.
energy.
Should I start over?
No, we're in.
We're fully in.
Well, for those of you listening, you're awake. Welcome to another episode of Viall Files. I am your host, Nick. We have Rochelle, as always.
Mm-hmm.
Shug from last year decided to pop in, mostly because of Natalie's notes being such a big hit.
It's true. My sister's notes from
We've asked
last
Shug
episode.
to join us. We have a wonderful guest co-host today in Arielle Vandenberg.
Love her.
Very excited about that. She will be with us momentarily. I met Arielle.
You did her podcast, right?
No, that's not when I met her. I did do her podcast. She has a wonderful podcast. You should check it out. I proposed to her, and she said yes.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Was it a romantic setting?
I had to eat white Wonder Bread, and there were like 3 white men watching us.
Oh my! Wow.
Didn't book it, huh?
No, Arielle did.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a Taco Bell commercial. Then Arielle texts me afterwards. She's like, "So did you get it?" And I'm like, "No, but I guess you did."
Did you spit out the bread in a bucket
Yeah,
after?
yeah.
Oh, gross.
Why do they always go with white bread in like in a commercial audition?
Guess least amount. I don't know.
I don't know.
Cheap.
Anyways,
It sounds romantic. I can't wait to hear more from her.
some house cleaning notes. If you guys, are liking this podcast, rate us 5 stars. Let's just get that out of the way. Also, I've been asked by a young man to ask his girlfriend out to prom for him.
This is amazing.
So nice of you to do that.
I got a DM. Katie, Alex Borelli would like you to go to prom with him. Hi, Katie.
Oh, here it is.
Yes.
This is Nick.
Ooh.
You would be doing me and all of us,
Mm-hmm.
and especially Alex Borelli, a great honor if you would accompany Alex to prom this year.
Do it, Katie.
I think you should say yes. Alex loves you. We love you. We think you guys
Such a cute couple.
really great together.
So great together.
Alex showed me a picture of the young couple.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
Very, very pretty young couple.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of love between them. You can
I don't
see
necessarily
it.
believe in young love,
I know you don't.
but these people,
They're going to make
they've
it.
changed my mind. So, Katie, if you could, please go to prom with Alex. Yeah.
Yay.
Great.
Also, for those of you who are Bachelor fans, my friends Ashley, Jared, Tanner, Jade, and myself a little bit have a little new YouTube series out there. It's on YouTube. It's called What Now? It's mostly a lot of Why You Laugh, Rochelle?
Oh, I'm just thinking of the promo video that you sent. It's really funny.
Ashley and Jared kind of had this idea, and I kind of pop in as their friend and thought I'd help them out. But it's what?
Kramer.
At first, I was like, ugh, really? I wasn't very excited about the idea, but as a friend, I wanted to help them out. I actually think it's pretty funny. I think people.
This is just us following them around. What now? What happens
Yeah,
after?
just kind of like, what now? I did come up with a name because they
I like the name.
they
Me
called it
too.
Rosebuds. There was some
No.
there was a lot of reasons why I got shut down, but
Your face.
thank you. I agreed too. And I was like, well, what about I don't know, what now?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what
more
the fuck do we
honest.
do now?
What now?
Honestly, what do we do? I don't know. So if you guys are interested, check it out. You can find it on YouTube. It's under Kinetic's YouTube page. Kinetic is the production company that produced it.
Okay.
And you play the role of friend?
Yeah, I play the role of just a guy looking for
Like
meaning of life.
Yeah,
Seinfeld,
great.
he's Kramer, just popping in.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I am. Not that to compare What Now to Seinfeld, but I guess I'm the Kramer of the group.
Or you're the Joey of the friends.
I think you should be the George.
I'm like a hybrid of George, Kramer, and Jerry,
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
all mashed up into one.
I don't know.
I actually pictured you more of an Elaine.
Her too,
Yeah.
but all their non-redeeming qualities. Of course, none of them really have any redeeming qualities. What makes them redeeming, which is...
What about Joey from Friends? He's like an actor and he's always getting the women.
Again, I feel like you're maybe a combo of,
I'm more of
all
Ross.
of them.
Pivot. Pivot. You know, Ross is always married, you know, but it doesn't work out.
Oh, no.
Anyways. So yeah, we have Arielle. I'm very excited about her. I did want to figure out, she brought something to my attention I wanted to dive into.
What?
We have no shocker. Rochelle and I don't necessarily agree on this take. I think.
Wait, are you about to spill some Rochelle tea?
It's not really Rochelle tea.
It's not tea.
Let's play
okay, just
tea
checking.
song.
Just checking.
Is it tea? I don't know. Is it tea?
I don't know.
Rochelle started FaceTiming me all the time. This is a whole. I just was like, Rochelle. She kept saying, "I'm sorry." I'm like, we can FaceTime.
It was accidental. My phone was.
Sure. No, her phone was possessed. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Then Rochelle, I was playfully joking with Rochelle. Listen, it's fine. We're friends. We can FaceTime. It's fine. Just let me know. You know, I find FaceTime to be a great way to communicate.
It's wonderful. Eye contact. You can see the
contact,
tone.
inflection.
Yeah.
You know. And Rochelle says, "I hate FaceTime." And then she says,
Only models like to FaceTime.
Okay.
Which blew
no.
I don't. Yes, I think that's a true statement.
That is not a true statement.
Only models
Yes.
like to FaceTime?
And I do think most people look at themselves when they're FaceTiming. Would you agree with that?
Listen, I would agree that maybe in every single phone call, there's the obligatory, oh, yeah, look at my face. But then you go on and you
FaceTime and
have
no
a
one
great
really-
time talking to each other.
Yes. Also, what is it? What you're basing this premise on?
Like, why would you have to like get ready and like?
No. We don't have to get ready as humans to
friends.
look at each other as your friend.
I'm not saying you talk to a guy that you want to go on a date with, or maybe you've even had one date and now you should FaceTime right away.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like, you want to ask me a question about next week's episode or Shug or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to FaceTime Nick.
I can't. Like, I already have anxiety on phone calls. It's like tenfold on Face. Like, I just
What do you
can't.
have anxiety about?
I don't like answering the phone. Like, a guy was saying he used to leave me voicemails. He would leave me voicemails.
That's inconsiderate. No.
Hold on. Voicemails are inconsiderate.
Yeah, totally.
I don't want to listen to a voicemail.
Yeah, a voicemail is inconsiderate.
Fair enough.
It is. And then you have to like
Because it like
call them back.
because of texting where you can just say call me back or like leave a quick note. If someone leaves a voicemail, it feels like what do you need to leave a message? I do get anxiety with voicemails.
Thank you. So that's how I feel about FaceTime.
But no. If you said
So different.
If you said, Nick, I don't like FaceTime because it gives me anxiety like voicemails, I would have been like, okay, that's weird, but fine. You said only models like to FaceTime.
Like, I get why you guys would want to. You're just like, hey,
It makes no sense. I've never met a model who didn't really care about how they look all the time. So I would argue that by your definition, models would want to FaceTime less because they always have to be
really
on.
True?
I don't think people really... I don't think models or non-models have a general opinion about FaceTime.
Do you ever FaceTime with someone and be like, ugh, not a good day for them?
No.
No.
Never. I will admit that when I FaceTime, sometimes there's that you look at yourself and you see yourself, and there's always bottom of my chin. But about me, but I've never had that reaction about anyone else.
I don't know.
That one moment of like, well, we both look weird on the camera. Let's keep talking and connecting to each other.
I like to multitask too, so I don't want to have to like be focused.
I like set up my phone in the corner of the kitchen. I'm cooking, I'm talking, I check in, I look. It's
maybe
wonderful.
I need to. Maybe this will help me. Maybe this is.
I think we should track this. I think this is important.
I do. I think this is a real, or just your general. Well, then you're just immediately suggesting that you're not a model.
Yeah.
Which I don't love.
Well, I mean, but like, what is it? Anyone can be a model, especially nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Look, nothing wrong with a catalog model.
I'm taking a picture of you right now.
No, don't.
Oh, look, you're a model.
No. It's true. If you lay down on that table right there and put your hands on your head, model.
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 Like bite your lip.
And she's gorgeous, everybody that's
my
listening.
lip.
You paint yourself like some gargoyle. You're beautiful.
I have to stay in the darkness.
I don't get it.
We're going to figure this out.
You said this to me and it blew my mind. I
Really?
was like, what? Huh?
I honestly thought that was like a common feeling. Like that was a...
I'd like to know. People should tell us.
Yeah, people listening. Is this a thing?
What do you think about FaceTime? Are you on my side?
I just
you
want to
don't think
FaceTime
you're a
you
model,
so
do you-
much.
Please do not FaceTime me.
Have you just like, you're not a model, so you've completely turned it off? Are there people out there like, well, if they become models, guys, I can, you get signed by your first model agency in some like, Tacoma, wherever, some like obscure model agency. You immediately start FaceTime your friends. Like, that's right. We can FaceTime now. Rite of passage.
Turn your camera off. You're not a model.
Truly.
Only my
Oh
camera
my
works.
goodness. When you put it like that, it sounds ridiculous, but...
Honey, it's not
Maybe-
ridiculous. It's just something that we're going to nurture out of you.
We're crowdsourcing. Maybe we're wrong. And maybe
I'm right.
Everyone's going to be like, yeah, I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, you can hate FaceTime. It's not that you can hate FaceTime. It's just that if you must think you're do you have to get you don't have to get dolled up.
You...
No, I'm on there like face masks, pimple cream, hair up, out the shower.
Really?
Yeah.
First time Ashley I FaceTimed me,
Oh, no.
she had no makeup on and I was like, "Hey, I feel like I get to know you better." It was a more we're friends. It was why do you have to
Yeah. I guess so.
I think it's great.
Okay. This is good.
You know what? Can I
You look so
uncomfortable.
I really am just the thought of it.
could you do me a favor?
Okay.
Next time you have a good first date,
Yeah.
FaceTime them the next day.
Whoa, that's bold. Hold on. We got to walk before we
Trying to
run.
Sabotage
No,
my
why?
romantic life.
Why would you've met him in person? He's already looked at you. Hey man, how's it going?
Hi, how
People-
are ya?
I
I don't know.
that happens. That girls FaceTime me. I've FaceTimed them,
The day after?
and I haven't asked. To my knowledge, they're not all models.
Most of them are.
They're not. They might be wannabe models, but like,
Are they usually dressed up?
no.
No. Yeah, no.
Okay.
We're going to get there.
All right.
I'm excited for this. This is a good first step. This is great.
Thank you for my FaceTime intervention.
Anyways, Rochelle, I don't know. I want to hear what the people think. I will. I mean, I am curious.
Okay.
I do think I will say FaceTime, and there's this YouTube doc I showed Shug about how we communicate as couples. I might have mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
And that any real conversation we have with anyone, we should always have eye contact with them because there's so many things in terms of our inflections, even that our brains, the way we process information. So like it is just a better way to communicate, even over the phone, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
anyways,
important.
I'm a big advocate.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we covered that, but gonna talk to our lovely friend, or my lovely friend, Arielle Vandenberg. Before we get to Arielle, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna have Arielle. Can't wait.
Woohoo.
Woo.
Time for Nick to sell you things you really need, but you don't own yet.
Rochelle, I must know what are on your feet.
These are my new shoes from Rothys.
They're really cute.
Oh, thank you. They're very, very comfortable. Have you heard of Rothys?
I have, but I'm once again jealous
Because they don't make men's shoes.
that Rothy is not something that I can enjoy.
Well, maybe they will.
They're really cute.
You know how I heard about Rothys?
Oh,
Literally every woman in my life goes, "Oh, have you heard about Rothys?" Like everybody's telling everybody else.
Words out.
It's true though. It's crazy because they make them out of plastic bottles.
you know, that's a great thing because when it comes to recycling, sometimes recycling isn't
Yes.
good for the environment.
Oh, really?
Well, what I mean by what people call recycling is that like if you were to like burn plastic and but reusing things
Yeah.
is great.
They've saved 25 million water bottles from going to the landfill.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So they're like reusing it in a useful purpose. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Do you like the camo?
I really do. They're really
kind of fun.
And they're comfortable.
Yeah, with the detail in the back. And get this, you can wash them. If they get dirty, just throw them in the washing machine.
Really?
Yes,
That's
you
amazing.
can. They're my new favorite shoe.
And they come in all sorts of designs and colors?
Yeah, so this is like the loafer design, but they're famous for their pointy shoes, which are a little dressier. But they come in really bright, like statement colors, so you can make an outfit that's kind of neutral stand out.
I mean, they're really cute, and they're obviously going to last you forever because you can wash them.
Yeah.
And you're saving the earth.
I know. I feel really good.
Well, check out all the amazing styles available right now at rothys.com/Viall. Again, that's ROTHYS/Viall.com to get your new favorite flats. Comfort, style, and sustainability. These are the shoes you've been waiting for. Head to rothys.com/Viall today.
Woohoo.
If for nothing else, I love my Hum Nutrition because of the name.
I know. I love we get to sing together.
How have your hums been doing?
I've become obsessed. I really do think my skin and hair looks better because of the glow
I always thought you had nice skin and hair.
That's so nice of you.
But now that I'm really focused on it has a nice little shine to it.
It does. It feels stronger. So it's Glow Sweet Glow gummies and Hair Sweet Hair gummies. And now I'm into the probiotics for your skin.
And for your digestive system.
Yeah, it's good for everything. But they're specifically engineered for your skin.
I love that Hum is like, hey, listen, these will help your insides, but let's be honest. We care about how we look.
That's our number one priority is how we look.
Hum's just keeping it real. Let's just be honest.
They're clinically proven, free of common allergens, and they're super convenient because they deliver to your door.
Deliver right to your door.
Oh, yeah.
And all you have to do to get your Hums is...
take that quiz online. That's what I did.
Yeah. They're super easy to get Hums. Hum Nutrition is all about making you look and feel your best. Mm-hmm. But most importantly, look.
That's what we care about.
Each specific supplement packs a combo of potent ingredients designed for specific aims, like cleaner skin, boosted energy, flatter stomach, or fuller hair, and backed by clinical results.
And Rochelle's results.
And Rochelle's results. Not sure what you need? No problem. Take a quiz to get personalized recommendations, plus 20% off with code Viall. Plus, save even more with their convenient, flexible, and money-saving monthly plans. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, they're just making it. It's just hard not to buy Hum. They make it so easy. To get started, go to humnutrition.com/get_started. Personalized product recommendations based on your goals and needs from their team of RD nutritionists.
Mm-hmm. Registered dietitians, y'all.
Your hair is glowing.
Thank you.
And your shoes?
I'll take all the compliments, Nick.
You got a hot date tonight? You should.
No.
Don't want to miss out on this opportunity.
Now go buy the stuff.
Arielle Vandenberg, everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't know who I'm waving
And
to.
it's R-E-L, like the initials, not Ariel. Ariel?
Not
No?
Ariel like the mermaid, but Ariel like R-E-L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where I relate to you because no one gets your first name right and no one gets my last
I was like,
name.
no one can say Nick.
No, they can say Nick, but it's just like...
They're like, Nike Viall. No.
I did my friend Juliet Littman's podcast the other day, and that came up, and she was like, "It's not that hard. It's just Viall." And like she got it wrong. I just like, yeah, totally. I just stopped correcting people. It's like whatever.
I hear you.
Do you correct people?
I started. Hey, fuck you. I
Ariel.
started correcting people because one time my dad he was like, "Don't let people call you Ariel," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna let him." So now I do. Someone said like Ariel in front of my dad, and he was like, "It's Arielle," and I was like, "Whoa, bro, calm yourself."
Do you feel a little like bratty or bitchy? If someone like,
No, because I go,
hey, how do you do it?
I go, no big deal. Call me whatever you want. And I was like, but like, it's Arielle. Like I say it kind of like that. Like I could care less, you know?
I'll call you whatever.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to look like an asshole in front of everyone,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, because I worked on a show for, I don't know, literally 6 months. And a couple people called me Arielle the whole entire time. And then certain people would call me the right thing. And so I would purposefully, in front of the people that called me the wrong one, I'd be like, you got it right this time. And then they didn't give a fuck. And they still called me that for the rest of the time. And I was like, whatever. They just didn't care.
They just didn't care.
They don't care to learn it. There's certain people that don't care to learn things.
That's a great point. Everywhere.
Like
Most of our society
I
is pretty much
care.
set in their ways.
I care to like if someone says like, this is how it is, I go, okay, I'm going to try to do that for you. Like, you know, or like if someone says, my name is this, I'm like, okay. And when I get it wrong, I'm like, wait, did I do it wrong? Like I feel bad. Most people are just like, Arielle. I'm like, you fucking asshole.
What if
But
someone
it's
requests a nickname?
No, thank you.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
Hi, I'm T-Bone.
You know what I also, no. I also don't like using other people's nicknames that they have already had.
Hold on. Wait, sorry. I gotta chime in here with somebody with a name like Shug, which is a nickname.
Is your real name Shug? No.
It's not my government name. No, it's not my government
What
name.
is your
But
government
I've
name?
been.
Wait, Sugarland's not your government name?
Oh, whoa. No, guys. No.
No.
It was originally, my government
Shug
name
Knight.
is Stephanie.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. I'm blowing
Get
my
out.
mind. I know. And then my nickname was
What?
Sugar Baby.
Aww.
So, and then.
Why?
Well, because we all have
Because look at you.
nicknames.
Because you're so
Because look at me. All of my friends, there was like Tweety Bird, there was a T-Bone. We had a bunch of them, and I was Sugar Baby. And then
Are you from a 50s
my whole family
movie?
calls me Shug. That's just how it
Your
goes.
grew
name's
up in a cartoon.
Stephanie?
My name is Stephanie.
I'm going to have to process this.
I know. Look at you guys are all in pain right now, and I'm
I'm in
sorry
shock,
to shock you, but
And I'm in pain and I just met you.
but it would be strange if you were to call me Stephanie. Nobody in the world, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister.
Stephanie is like your nickname for me now.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I've never been mad at you,
Oh no.
but
Right now?
if
Why?
I do, no, I'm
You're
not.
fired.
No, but if I ever get really mad at you, you know, like a parent sometimes yells at like Nicholas, you know, I'm going to be like, Stephanie.
Oh, gives
Really?
me shivers. It'll work. It'll work.
We're really going to let you have it. How have you been, Arielle?
I've been so good.
You book any more Taco Bell commercials?
Unfortunately not. No, but I did just book a Samsung commercial.
You're like the commercial queen.
I'm like pretty good at auditions. I don't know what
What's
happens
your
there.
trick?
I'm just literally, I just don't give a shit. If they say wear a wedding dress, I wear jeans. If they say wear jeans, I wear a wedding dress. And then I book it. It's the best. I swear to you, wear a wedding dress to your next thing. No, that's like, I feel like you just have to not go. I mean, if everyone's dressed the same, who are they going to look at? So I dress myself the way I want them to be like, oh, wait, she kind of stood out. Or I just wear what I'm wearing that day. And it's usually not the wardrobe on the call sheet. So
Weird to me you guys even auditioned for commercials, to be honest. Because you're like kind of famous people.
No, you know what's so crazy? I've done, oh my God, don't judge me. I've done 7 JCPenney commercials and I still have to audition for fucking JCPenney. I'm like, guys, look at the other 7. But what it is every director, every commercial has its own director. So whether, do I sound echoey? I feel like I'm like an echo monster. Every audition, or every commercial is shot and directed by somebody new. So like that director might not want to direct you, but JCPenney might love you to death. But like the director's like, I hate her. And you're like, oh shit.
So they're just, you have to audition to make the director feel important that they hire.
Yes.
It's just-
Because they want to be the decision maker. They're like, I would choose you.
But are they really? They're made to feel like
Exactly.
really.
Yeah. The agency and like the client, they're behind the scenes and they're like, if you pick her, you're dead to me. So they pick, I don't know. Who knows who's really behind it all?
I know. Did you watch The Bachelor? Yes, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I did see a little bit.
Who's your favorite and least favorite person?
I
so
like
far?
Jed.
You like Jed,
The singer?
the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
You're like,
what do you
yeah.
guys think?
Jed-
Like meow
Well,
about?
here's
No,
the thing.
I like Jed.
I'll pass.
The thing is like Jed's like my vibe of like cutie. He looks like a cutie pie.
He's
and
better
he's
with a hat.
I disagree fully. The hat made me go, I don't know if I like Jed anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Jed, don't wear more hats.
He's got a
But-
large forehead, almost maybe 5.
What? Oh my God. I guess I like brains.
That's true. There you go. Does that the larger the forehead? Is that maybe the smarter the guy?
For sure.
Definitely. Uh-huh.
How's my forehead?
You've got about a 3.
The way Jed handled the walking in on naked
Good or
Luke.
bad?
So good. The way he handled it. I was like, damn.
He's just like kind of a like cool, like,
Yeah.
It was
like
a little
calm
awkward.
person.
Yeah, it was a little awkward at first. I thought he handled it. I thought she actually handled it really well when she just goes, she didn't apologize or anything. She was like, that was awkward. She just called it out. And then they like swam in the awkwardness a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he was pretty cool about that.
can I see a picture of Jed?
She
What?
said exactly what you did, though. She said that he makes her feel very calm.
Yeah.
He does. He
He
just
does
has
have
like a vibe about him that
And
you're
sh-
just like, oh, he's like a sweet person.
And she's got a little crazy energy. I think we can all agree on that. You need someone who's a little more,
Down to earth.
But was there sexy times there? Was there any sort of like sexy attraction? I don't know.
That
I
when he
think-
goes in the falsetto and he's like,
How come they picked her?
Gets wet.
I don't have any opinion on her really. I think she's fine. I don't really know anything about her
I
other
think
than
she's fine.
was she fine? No, I just like why do they pick the people they pick? I just don't know what like how that happens.
I think it can vary every season. I think they just look for one of the most compelling people story. A lot of the women don't seem to be excited about Hannah B.
I know my friends don't like her. I love her.
I think she's great. She's 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned, episode wise.
Seriously.
What? People don't like her?
A lot of people.
Oh,
a lot of people weren't fans when she was announced.
See, I didn't even know she was announced.
I was at Shug's place last night talking about this episode, like prepping, and Shug had a friend over who was not very kind.
She was adamant about her
I was like,
first impression. She thought she was
whoa.
going to be very.
I know.
Dumb was the word that she used.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't think she's dumb. I think she's very smart, actually. I think she's like
I agree.
kind of like she's just like, I know what I want and I'm gonna get it. And you're like, whoa. But like
she's authentic.
She's also she's a little
She's
bit
authentic, yeah.
unhinged, which is kind
Which
of
is
nice.
great.
She cried
Yeah.
in the episode, she was so overwhelmed. But you explained that to me that they're very tired.
I mean, that was kind of the best part where she's crying, and we're all waiting for this. Like,
the best part.
did someone die?
Everybody's face. All the guys are like,
What happened? Oh my God! They're like,
What was your joke? You were like, it would be hilarious if somebody just left when she's crying.
you know, when
"Oh,
she's like,
that's
guys,
it. Red flag.
I want you guys to know the real me. She starts crying. Some guy in the background's like, "Yep, that's my cue. I'm out. I can't."
Can't handle a crier.
I mean, she was crying, and no one could figure out why. I mean, in reality, and that's the heart. Like, in fairness, for any people who are criticizing Hannah for crying, that first week physically is emotionally and physically taxing, and she was clearly just exhausted. And I think that, I mean, I'm certain those are why you saw the tears, because you didn't know. You're like, why are you crying?
Right.
I don't know.
I like that dress with the holes in the side. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like
No.
holes in the side. It was.
I don't
Rochelle
like a
was
hole in the
very,
side dress.
very
You
into
don't.
This, whole episode. This episode turned.
It sounds like
on.
Rochelle had a
You
lady
admitted it.
boner.
I had a big lady boner the whole time.
Wait, so
I also didn't mean to be like, I hate her. I don't know her or know anything about her. I only know that in the first or in the Colton season, I only know that she like stressed me out a lot.
she.
Like that's all I know.
And
so I
that's
was
what
like,
my
I
friend
was
did
like,
too.
who's she gonna like murder? And then this season, I'm like, oh, she's like the Bachelorette. They made her the star this time. What's
Well,
gonna
that's a fun season to watch. It's an entire season of like, could she murder someone? And listen, I'm assuming she's just tired, but maybe she's just like, after a week of dating 25 guys, she's just,
Yeah.
I mean,
No, but I think like you were on my podcast and you explained to me like, excuse me, they make people out to be a certain way and they put you in positions kind of not like
sure, a little bit.
No, I mean
Yeah.
editing is editing and everybody knows like that's whether they meant to be like that or not, like she might have not even meant to been like that. She just kind of maybe was placed in that position. But like she kind of scared me. And now she's the Bachelorette. So hopefully she, like, in my opinion, I don't know how to explain this. Like she'll turn it around and I won't be scared of her anymore.
Have you ever?
I'm scared of her.
Have you ever, out of nowhere, just cried in front of a guy you were dating?
Yes. No, I don't think so.
Have any of you? Just like
So
I cried in front of you.
that's yeah.
I
don't. Have you cried in front of a girl?
Sure, but I'm saying like
When was the last time you cried?
She didn't.
When was the last time you cried?
last time I cried?
Last night.
It's probably
This
The
morning?
Bachelor.
What?
What?
Oh, on The Bachelor.
That was so long ago.
Like when tears were going down your face was like a couple years ago.
Well, I'm a sucker for a good movie.
Oh.
So like
No, I
I
mean,
get
like-
choked up in a movie. Like there's plenty. Like I'll get that like
Yeah.
and like
But like
and it can be the most. It doesn't have to be like a sad movie. It's just a moment in a movie will get me like all like choked up.
I
But, like,
cried to a commercial 2 days ago. I swear on my life. Swear.
Moments get me, like sports moments even sometimes.
Oh, I like that. That's cute.
But like if I had last time I cried over a situation that I was personally affected by,
Yeah.
probably filming the show.
That's insane.
Wow.
And were
Men.
they like
sad.
real like were they tears of
On the
like
show?
get me off the show, or were they tears of like I'm sad because this girl is not giving me a chance?
But the last time I cried, I think was when I proposed to Vanessa, and I was just really I mean, again, part of
Yeah.
it was just
Oh.
like you're emotionally taxed
Wait.
about the
Oh
whole.
my gosh,
I'm
did
turned
you
on.
Cry. Did you cry when you were proposing?
Yeah,
Aw. On TV?
yeah.
That's so nice.
I don't know if they.
I love a
there were definitely
sensitive man.
tears for sure.
I was like,
Does
my
your
nutsack?
boyfriend cry in front of you?
Never.
I'm kind of all or nothing. It's hard. It's
That's
So
that's
sad to me.
men are
Why?
like that though.
The men
Arielle.
don't know how to cry.
I
Are
have
you
no-
chewing
no,
those nuts to calm you
I have
down?
Yeah.
I have no problem
do
crying.
something.
I have no problem crying. It's just more I can't. I don't just cry. I have to be sad about something. I've been you could argue that I've been emotionally turned off
Ooh.
the past couple years, and
Uh-oh.
just it's been sucked out of me.
Not good.
I haven't been in a situation where it's necessitated a good cry.
I hear you. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just don't need to cry.
Why do I? What do
You don't think men are trained to not cry growing up?
Oh, I'm sure they have been. I don't feel like I've ever. I clearly have never been afraid to cry. It's 4 seasons of
Crying.
Crying. In fact, I was the stagecoach last year.
Cried.
And no, cried. And some girl from Arkansas was like, "Oh, that's Nick. He cries all the time."
No.
bunch of guys with Confederate flags and pickup trucks.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I was like, yeah. So
I had a boyfriend that cried all the time.
how was that?
It was interesting. He I think he just cried because he smoked a lot of weed. And
I would feel like they'd make you cry.
no.
That makes me cry too.
No. He would smoke the weed, be fine, and then when he was like fully not smoking weed, sober, whatever, nothing in the system, he would like be depressed kind of and like sad, and he would just cry so then he'd smoke. I'd be like, smoke a joint, and he'd be like, oh, what up, dude? Like he was like, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know.
Did that get?
How is he doing?
Yeah, how's he doing?
Haven't seen him.
Okay.
I don't know. I know.
Did you end it?
Yes.
Did he cry?
Yes.
Oof.
He wasn't high when I ended it. No. Yeah, it was.
What's the most awkward what's the most awkward situation you've found a guy you're dating in who was and like you were like he kind of emasculated himself and you're like you looked at the guy and you're like you didn't say this but maybe thought this is not your best moment.
Oh my God, so many.
So many. Do you do this to the men you date?
No. Wait, what's the question? Like, am I getting run over right now?
Someone's stuck in traffic.
I know.
I'm
I'm very ADD, so like whenever I hear anything or see anything outside these windows, I'm like,
When
Fuck.
I thought of this when my first fiance,
So true. Go on.
the one who we've referenced her a few times on the show, who cheated on me and whatever. It was a great moment in my life. But I remember
Wait, what?
it was a learning experience.
Was
But
this a
Wait, who cheated?
television show thing?
no?
No.
This is before
Real life.
This is real
You
life.
had
You had a different
real
I had-
fiancé?
I had-
Beyonce.
Yeah.
What?
I was
No, I don't
when I
know
was
that.
28. I was engaged for like a month.
And she cheated on you in that month?
She was cheating on me before that. I didn't know. I later found out that she was cheating on me.
We've gone through this on the podcast.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
When she
Are you still
we're-
friends with this person?
No, we broke
know.
up. We broke up, and this is before I knew she was cheating on me. But she broke up with me, and it was like weird and whatever. And at first she did
man.
At first it was like she was being really weird, and she thought we should take some time apart, and it was just like this. We've all
Yeah.
had these types of breakups, and I was about to like go work out. And I was changing, and then like in the middle of like you've all seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall. It wasn't quite like that, but I had the t-shirt on and I didn't have my pants on, and she like told me in that moment it was over, and I'm standing
Dick
there.
out. Your dick was out.
I had my just the t-shirt on. Like one of the most emasculating looks for a man is just a t-shirt and underwear.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
And I'm standing there and I start crying, and I remember in
Did
that
you have
moment,
flip flops
in
on?
that moment, I remember being so sad, but also thinking to myself, this is a really not a good look. If she ever thought of, if she was unsure in that moment of her decision, I've just confirmed that I'm definitely dumping this guy, because I'm standing there like crying in a t-shirt and like underwear and no shoe, like socks on.
I don't
It's
like
a really
it.
bad look.
Wait, that
No.
makes me feel bad for you.
Well,
What if you had married her? Where would you be right now? That's crazy.
You wouldn't be in this podcast studio.
No.
Isn't that crazy to think? Like, well, maybe you would. Maybe you'd be like, I'm going to do a podcast about my wife. I don't know. But like, I always think about that. I'm like, if I didn't like have an Instagram account, like what would I be doing right now? I don't know. Or like, what would I,
I'd be
would
selling software.
oh my God. That was very specific.
Well, that's what I was doing.
Oh, got it.
That's his real dream.
Okay, what would I would be working at Hollister. I don't know. Like, that's what I did.
Trying
was my
colognes and
first-
perfumes.
Yeah, standing outside being like, want to go shopping, guys?
Hitting
you're-
all the 18-year-old Hollister models that they would hire from the local high school.
Yup, that was me.
You guys are both living your beautiful destinies. There's
I
no
agree.
other way.
Speaking
I
of
agree.
software salespeople, Cam. Always be Cam. I told you kind of sucks.
he has his own catchphrase for himself.
Cam's super awesome. He's great for TV.
Do you
Cam-
feel an affinity towards him because he does software sales?
No, I'm personally offended that we shared a profession at one point.
There's a guy on there that said unemployed. That's attractive.
I actually thought he was kind of hot, and I'm like, maybe something's wrong with me.
What?
It
Cam?
said,
Which one is unemployed?
I forget his name, but
What does Natalie have to say?
Oh, Natalie's notes. We got some good ones. So I don't really watch the shows. I don't know about the Bachelor
Natalie?
stuff. My sister.
got it.
So-
When Sugar was here last week, and so we had Natalie from Canada. Good
My
notes.
sweet sister, mother of 4.
Got it.
And she gives some very detailed notes.
Unemployed.
Oh, who is it?
Sounds good.
isn't he kind of cute?
Grant. I don't remember that guy.
He's just not my style.
One of the white guys. Okay.
He's like obviously cute and attractive and looks charming, but it's not like my guy. The dude. Did it just say Grant is the real life the dude?
I find that hard to believe.
Same. He's unemployed. Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think
That's why.
I think the similarities
That-
stop there.
Yes.
Yeah. I was sorry, I forgot what the actual dude was from, and then I was
Every
like,
unemployed
Yeah.
white guy out there is
Is
like,
the
it's
dude."
fine. I'm the dude. I'm like the dude.
Yeah.
It's fine. I also bowl.
But isn't every Bachelor person technically unemployed? Let's
No.
be real.
Well, they're unemployed for like what, 2 months?
Well, they're either in software and their employer is kind enough to give them a temporary leave of absence, or they are a personal trainer, or they sell
Very
insurance,
true. Yeah.
or they are an entrepreneur of some sorts,
That's you.
or they're unemployed. Oh, well, at the time I was in software.
Right.
I was yet to be an entrepreneur. Anyways, Natalie, what does Natalie have to say?
Okay, so Natalie says about Cam, And she has a lot to say about your favorite Lukey P, which I disagree with her as well. But let's see. So about Cam, she says, always be Cam really needs to up his self-awareness game. I get being bold and making power moves to get your time in, but seriously? And poor Kevin seems like he is all about to lose his mind.
Wait, that was
Kevin.
a very
I have no idea.
very well put together.
Isn't that her thoughts are just
thought.
so, I know.
She's really-
Is she a blogger? Is she a writer?
She's a
No,
Bachelor
she has 4
You know,
kids.
all
and
you
she
need to know-
doesn't- She barely has an Instagram.
Oh my God.
All you need to know about Cam is that
She should take over this podcast.
when he checked in, when he came to his big interruption moment,
Oh.
his outfit choice was blue jeans
Mhm.
and a tucked in button up Oxford shirt.
What's an Oxford shirt?
It's like a dress shirt that has like the buttons here and like it's like a
Oh,
dress.
right. Yeah, they button down.
It's a
like
dress shirt you'd
for
buy
a
at JC
tuxedo.
Penney's.
It's like for
No,
under a.
not a tuxedo.
No, it's classically in like a very light blue.
I meant like under a tuxedo. Like you would put it under like a dressy blazer.
What?
No, it's a button up.
See you later.
It's like an Oxford button up. Can we bring up his? It's an Oxford. It's what any guy from like Middle America, if you're a dad, would wear to church on a Sunday.
It's a business shirt.
Sure.
It's a business
And he like had
Yeah.
jeans and he tucked
Got
it
it.
in. It
Got
was
it.
tucked in.
Okay, got
He
it.
was really
Where does his confidence come from?
right. Almost good for him. You know, that's a good point. What gives you the right to be so confident,
Is
sir?
it his mediocre rap game?
Oh,
can't.
yeah, the
Wait,
swag.
He's a rapper.
That was. I turned it off.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Don't do that if you're not like good at it.
That's what I was saying.
Like if you're gonna rap, you better be fucking dope.
No,
Yeah.
the problem is like he did it when he did it like on the after the final rose, and that's fine. It was like a cute
was, like,
moment,
funny and
cute,
fine.
whatever.
One
But
bit.
then he gets the rose, and now he fancies himself as Eminem. That's where it's like you make the mistake. Like you just do it once, you're not good. It
No,
was
you're
like
not good.
fun
Do
and
it as
cute.
a joke,
Yes.
but then don't gather around with your bros
Guys, I'm
on the couch and be like, "Let me just spit some rhymes for you," and then not do good.
no.
Like, I'm so sorry.
No,
But how funny was it when he was doing the interview and 3 times he got interrupted?
was great.
That was good.
well done, producers.
Oh, Tyler came walking in like Mike Myers in the background, just like I was like, oh, scary.
Tyler, good
Panties
dresser.
dropped off of that.
Yeah, Tyler's good looking guy.
Panties were going. He is.
Michelle's obsessed.
I think I'm
Something.
in love.
Are you?
And I would yes.
Who?
He is
Tyler.
He's my
Who's
front runner.
Tyler?
He's my early front runner for next Bachelor.
Which
Oh,
one's Tyler?
interesting.
He's the hot one.
Jed's not the hot one. Wait,
I think-
You're really missing out on Tyler
Oh.
if you haven't seen him yet.
is it Tyler B? Tyler
P-
G.
Tyler P?
Tyler G.
Tyler G.
G.
It's Tyler
G.
G.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
he is hot.
And he's a construction worker
and he's a dancer.
Is he the one that said I love you?
No,
No.
that's Lukey
That's Luke.
P.
Damn it.
Do you like Lukey P?
I'm not in. No.
He sucks. How do you? I think
His
he's
body. He's got a body. You can't deny it.
He believes what
What?
he's saying.
No,
His body.
He has a nice body.
He's got a great body.
Well, don't they all?
No, I was a little bit.
He no. Listen.
Yes.
on the when he took it off, like he knew. Like again, I go back to if I don't. Arielle didn't watch episode 1. If you don't know, Luke told us on episode 1
Yes.
that in college he had a lot of sex.
Oh. Yeah.
But-
makes sense.
Sure, which is fine. It's totally fine.
That's fine.
But then when Luke was showering, God revealed himself to him.
Excuse me?
Yeah. He did. He showed up.
Oh, and then he's like, now he's celibate.
I don't know
Is
if
that
he's-
where this is
well,
going?
clearly not.
I think he might be.
He suggested, I don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know what they talked about. He just said God revealed himself to
Oh,
him.
now I
and
get
now
it.
he
Yeah,
wants to
okay.
find love.
Oh.
If I get a
I'm
chance,
okay with that. That's
any interview that Luke
cute.
does, I hope you
I think that's cute.
Thank you.
you think it's real?
Yeah.
You think God actually showed up?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Really? This is
Yeah.
working on all you?
Uh-huh.
Well,
He seems very genuine to me.
Come
Nobody
on.
else thinks this.
The
He
only thing I
truly
don't
does.
the only thing
He's
I
naive and young.
He's 24
25.
and that.
Oh, he's 24?
So like, I definitely give him a pass because he is so. But like, even after when he took his robe off and everyone cheered, like, and he's like flexing. It was no, but yes, but like he knew how to even do the flexes. You know what I'm saying? Like
his
I would-
body is out of this world.
It's a little masterpiece is what it is.
But that's because it's all. Listen, he's got this short play, but he shows up. He's like God. Just so you guys know, God, and he showed up. That's how he opened the show. And then next move for Luke is I'm just gonna take off my clothes. I get it. You got a great body. And then
Okay, wait, hold on. Everybody had to take off their clothes.
Fine. No, that's fine. He won that moment. And I love his like, this was awesome. He's like, he's getting all the attention. He knows how to do the flexes. Did God come down?
So do you, apparently.
No, I don't. It's like,
he did the flexes.
he did the flexes.
Did you do them in the mirror after you watched it?
Well, that's what I want to know. Did God come down and was that their conversation? Hey, Luke, man, stop fucking so much. But like, listen, just,
Flex.
keep pumping some iron.
Yeah.
I would love to read my sister's notes, Natalie's note on this one, because I think it's very, very, very good. This episode should be called Field of Red Flags.
Thank you.
It should be shown in high school health class to explain the difference between love and lust / infatuation. The saddest part is current me is willing Hannah through the TV to not fall in love with Luke P. But the 23-year-old me would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker. May have done it once or twice, little winky smiley face. Now, I just find him completely repulsive and enjoy it when the camera pans to his jealous face as Jed serenades her and she gives Jed the date rose. This upsets me because I'm disappointed in my sister.
Really, really quick.
She's not seeing through it. She's not believing him. Okay, go ahead.
Arielle?
Sorry.
Can everyone just close their eyes really quick?
Yeah.
And can you
Yes.
say,
Shug.
can you say XOXO Gossip Girl for me?
You want me to reveal my XOXO Gossip Girl?
Is that you?
No.
Oh, it's Kristen Bell.
It's Kristen
But
Bell.
you sound exactly like you were about to start an episode of Gossip Girl when you were reading that.
It's Natalie's notes.
That was amazing.
beautifully.
But like in a perfect way, your voice and the notes were like, will Chad Archibald fall in love with Serena? Or is it about to get dirty? Next week, XOXO. Like that, your voice is perfect. You have a great voice, and
I love
That's
you
all.
too.
I love you.
Within the first 10 minutes,
I
see,
love
it
you.
can happen.
Natalie's
I love you.
spot on.
I love you.
Natalie's spot on. And like,
I love everyone in this room.
He's-
Everyone's very cool.
he meets
I like it.
God, he pumps iron, and then in the talent portion of the competition,
Moving on.
no, not even move. No, we're still there. We're still on.
What's wrong with the talent?
I love you?
I'm starting to maybe kind of start to fall in love
That's
with
his
you.
talent. No,
That was an issue.
He didn't
It was
say
like
that.
a talent contest, and he didn't really have a talent other than I love you, which
it's
is
not a
I'm
talent.
starting to fall
infatuation
in
and
love with
He didn't.
That to me is way too strong.
yes.
For
It's a move. It's not a talent. It's not a
For
vulnerability.
episode 2.
Yeah,
Here's the
yeah.
problem I have
It's
with
a quick-
here's
it's a
the
quick
problem I
fall.
have with
Yeah.
the Luke P's of the world is that like listen, yes, he's a good-looking guy, he's got a great body, he's smooth with women, he certainly knows he's a smooth guy, But like here's a talent portion of the competition where like good if you're Jed, great, congratulations. This is your moment to shine. But like John Paul Jones, he's on a fucking tricycle. Other guys are just like doing whatever because they don't have the talent, willing to kind of make themselves vulnerable, which I don't know how women feel. Like it's kind of maybe a potential endearing moment. But Luke, Luke is not capable of being vulnerable.
I disagree.
I don't.
Yes.
You really?
I think that in that moment, he thought the best course of action was to express his feelings because he didn't want
Total
to
move.
put on a pair of heels and say, I would walk in your shoes to fall in love with you. They were all doing really cheesy stuff,
Shug.
and he tried to be genuine.
Shug, you haven't watched a lot of this show, but I'm going to tell you that when Luke said to Hannah, I think I'm falling in love with you, he had spent a total of 9 minutes with her, probably. 9. Maybe 12?
Yeah.
So like he didn't know.
That's why I'm like,
He also said to her, I was falling in love with you before I met you.
Well, he watched her.
I'm not saying that it's delusional and that he's wrong.
I'm in
and
love with
like,
Tyler.
of course, but
You
it's
think-
his first time. I just
believe
think
him.
that he
I hope you're the
believes
next
his
Bachelorette.
own feelings. Is my point. We can argue this forever. I just don't think he's like cunning and being like trying to trick her. I think that he genuinely naively thinks that he's in love. And that's sometimes what happens when we're very young. Like when you were young or when you were young, did you ever like within the first, 2 weeks think that you were madly in love with somebody?
What's the quickest you've fallen in love with someone, Arielle?
Did-
Poor Arielle.
well, here, yeah. Jeez, my dad would punch you in the face. Right now. Okay, day one. It was a day one situation, but I was young and it was like yeah.
How old?
I was probably like 19 or something.
And it was a day one you were in love?
You said it?
So I wasn't in love. Here's what it was. No. Oh, wait. What am I saying? Yeah, no, I was 20. I was 20 when this happened. So I met this person and I was like, I called my friend after, I don't know, talking to him on the phone. And I called my friend and I said, I might marry this person.
Wow.
And yeah. So that was like, I said that.
To your friend.
To my friend. Yeah.
Not the same.
But she felt it.
Oh, I felt it.
Sure. No, I
It
believe
wasn't
that.
But like, I don't say stuff like that. I'm not the kind of, I really don't. Like, I'm very, like, I don't fall in love easily. Like, I'm not like, oh my God. But like, I said to this person, or I said to my friend, I was like, I'm probably going to marry this person. And she was like, what? Because I've never said anything like that. And I also, yes, I was 20, but like when you're 20, you're not 15, you know, like you kind of.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But don't you think that's a little different than being on stage in front of a bunch of people you're competing with? And like he was very confident in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like Luke is like, he's charming. He's good with the ladies. And so what I'm saying, if that were me and if I were like truly in love and like, oh my God, losing my mind, I would not have been able to go on stage and just to say that. That's why I think it's a line. I think he was so in control of his emotions that it was hard to believe that he was not in control of his emotions.
He actually reminded me of you a lot because when the Caitlyn thing, when you like snuck around and like that's what he was doing. I was
broke in on a date?
No, well, I broke in on the season.
And he broke into her room. Like, it's like a lot of parallels here. I don't know.
I didn't break into anyone's room.
Her room, didn't you?
Caitlyn invited me up after the date. Oh, I love how
get that off
it's amazing
the record.
how people miss.
You're a peeping Tom.
And you broke into her room. And
She was sleeping and you got in her bed?
The window.
Jesus Christ. No, what's crazy about that is that's how people remember things like over the years. Like they kind of like high level, like just kind of remember the details. And the next thing you know, it's like, weren't you the guy who showed up 14 times? And you just like, you kind of like broke their window and like crawled in, right? No, you did that. I'm certain of it.
But you didn't know Caitlyn that well and you still, I'm just saying there's some.
Well, no, it's not because Caitlyn and I talked for 6 weeks, got to know each other, had endless hours of conversation. Then I showed up and then we had a couple dates. And then on our first one-on-one date, she said, hey, do you want to come to my hotel room? And I was like, yeah, sure. I also in that moment didn't say, I love you. I said, sure, I'll go to your hotel room. So no, there's a difference. I'm just saying like Luke's known Hannah for 15 minutes or whatever. And he was smooth as hell in that moment.
I will say, if he's like celibate, that is
celibate.
No, but yeah, who knows? If say he is, that is what else?
But he's celibate in the fact that he has
this?
Nobody to have sex with right now.
In this moment, he's definitely
right.
celibate.
Exactly.
So what else is he gonna do? He's gonna say I love you.
Sure.
Yeah. Where else is all that?
If he was
going?
like, let's fuck, he probably wouldn't be like, I'm in love with you right away.
He was
It's
trying
the
to have
first
sex
time he
with her
has
on the
to hold
massage.
back.
He gave her a massage on the table, told her, just so you know, I'm good with my hands.
Yeah, but like, what a line if I ever heard one.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. This is not a guy who like found God in the shower and he was born again. And he's just like, I'm not going to lead with my sexuality anymore because I've abused the power that God's giving me. He has he's a one-trick pony.
No.
With a good trick.
No.
No. He means it.
He means it. I think he means it too.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it's good, but I think he does.
I think he's going to learn a lot of lessons as time goes on, and that his sweetheart is going to get broken, and all of those things are going to happen. But I do, by looking at his little face.
By the way, when I said to my friend that I was like, I might marry this person, I then 10 years later dated that person for like 2.5 years.
Wow.
So like I did have a very well, I was smart. No, when I say like, I don't say stuff like that. If that's the kind of person he is and he says like, I'm falling in love with you. I'm falling in love with you. Wait a minute. She's cute. I'm falling in love with her. Like if that's the kind of person he is, then ew. But like,
I think he's
for
that
me,
person.
I would have never said that if I didn't mean it.
I'm not knocking on young love.
Because love and getting married is so important or not so important. It's a big thing to me. It's not something to be like, I want to have kids with that person, or I love that person, or like I'm going to marry that person. I'm like so not like that. So when I think about this guy saying these things to her, it's like, well, he is on television. There's a lot of factors to this. He's on television. He's a hot guy. He's celibate. He's, all these things. So he's got to do what he's got to do to like make a point to her, because everyone else, he's wearing the wedding dress. Guys.
Yeah.
Full circle. He went to the audition wearing a wedding dress when they told him to wear jeans. Wore jeans. Can I speak?
Wear jeans?
Wear jeans. Yeah. Thank you.
You think Luke doesn't give a fuck?
No, he gives a fuck.
He gives all the fucks.
No, but like he doesn't give a fuck because he's just going for it.
I just think...
I don't know, fuck it. I haven't watched The Bachelor.
No, you're right. No, I think you're spot on.
I think Luke is about Luke.
I don't even watch The Bachelor. I'm just kidding. I watch every
I think
episode.
the first time Luke is like around a real woman, the idea of marriage is being put in front of him for the first time. He's like really thinking about it, and he thinks that he has a chance to fall in love and get married. He's just been fucking a lot before this. So he's in college and he's just like going around and banging all the chicks, but never really saying I love you. And now he's with this woman and he's competing with these other guys. And, I think that it's getting to him. I think that he is genuinely...
Is this a bad angle? We're good? Okay. I just realized that camera is...
It's just a nice crotch shot of you. I think it's good.
Is it okay though? Because it's very comfortable.
Anyway, well, this debate about Lukey P is going to be going on for a while. I can tell.
I believe that. I will believe that
unless
Luke,
he gets kicked off next.
No, he's not going anywhere. Luke,
honestly, you never know. He's kind of like... He's a very shiny horse right now. So like they're going to kick him off.
Nah.
But you said the statistics, he got like the first,
She's like, what is that?
First rose or whatever.
Exactly what I was
it's
thinking.
the opposite of a dark horse.
Shiny horse.
Shiny horse.
Dark horse. Dark horse, which is the last season was what's her name who won?
Could you be more specific?
Cassie.
Oh, okay.
The girl who won, she was such like I didn't know she was the dark horse until like the 11th hour.
I don't think you watched too closely.
Is this a joke? It's the only one I watched. I watched a little bit of yours.
She didn't
not gonna lie.
She didn't have a one-on-one till a while, and then once she had a one-on-one, they like went to bed together.
The camera didn't even pan to her for a dirty look ever until she was like,
sure,
until like the 9th episode, and I was like, who's that hot bitch?
Sure.
She's winning.
Yeah.
Literally, I was like, she's winning the second I saw her. And they didn't talk about her or show her at all. The people that they show in the beginning, I feel like they're like kicking off.
Often. Well, again, like this episode, they kind of reveal you're going to have two like little villains. You're going to have Cam is going to be your early villain. He's just like, everyone's going to hate him a lot, I think. He might calm down, but I think Luke's, unfortunately, I think Cam's only going to be on for a few more episodes. I think Luke is kind of your sustainable, long-term, but like Hannah's not into Cam.
When you look at a girl and the first impression, Rose, no, I'm kidding. The first impression of a girl and you look at their eyes, can you tell if they're nice people or not?
Their eyes.
Yeah. Like that's what is a dead giveaway to me is their eyes. And if I see somebody with like kind eyes, I can automatically see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't say that I
like
will
what's
judge
your thing?
Someone's character on their eyes.
What would be your thing? Like your first thing where you're like, I can tell that person's a nice person.
Yeah, like looking into their eyes. You don't think you can read?
I think I'm really good at reading people for sure, but I wouldn't say necessarily I look at their eyes.
How are you reading them?
Their titties.
No, I don't read people like in a glance. Right? Like, because, they have eyes. Oh,
no.
No,
that's
she
not
means
what I mean.
looking into their eyes.
That's not what I mean. When I look at these pictures, I can see a genuine like connection to the camera, which is, I know that sounds like very lame of me, but like there's a genuineness about like certain
Cam has the face of a villain for sure. Right? Look at that.
Yes. He's an Avatar.
Like a Voldemort.
He looks like he's an Avatar. I don't know why. No.
What about Brian? Brian looks like he's got...
Brian got let go too soon.
Did he though?
That looks like a glamour shot for Brian.
I don't know. The kind eyes versus not. I don't know if I buy that. Do you?
What's like your first thing that you like when a girl is like, when you're like she's cute and then you talk to her, what's like the first thing that you're like, okay, I'm going to talk to her again?
Kind of just not to sound her, like her presence, her energy, her vibe that she gives off.
Yeah. See, I see energy through people's eyes. That's why I feel like that's the first impression is someone's eyes. If they're bright and they're looking around and they're smiling, it's like it's kind of coming through their eyes the most. And then you talk to them and you're like, oh, I was right. Your energy is there, matching the look you're giving the world.
Like someone who
that sounded so woo woo, but like
No, I
feel
think
like
that's nice. And you have those big, gigantic, beautiful eyes over there, so that's maybe why too.
she's biased.
no, it was sick. I'm like, I love it.
No, they just seem to take a lot in.
They do.
Yeah.
I see everything.
I
do.
I like people who like show some interesting vulnerability. You know, I don't know. It's hard for me to describe when I'm reading someone. It's what they say often. It's how they say it and what they say. Like,
Yeah.
not to again keep shitting on Luke P, but when they started that date
got it
and
out
they
for
brought
Luke
out
P.
the drag queens,
Yeah.
he looked appalled.
Oh, did he?
You didn't think Luke
Did?
he looked very judgy, like I don't know. And then the
I don't know.
The drag queen's like
I'm done with
he
him.
referenced his character. He's like, so why do you think Hannah's
Done
gonna
with
like you? My character. It's just like, it's just such a fucking.
Alaska. Love her.
It was just such a line. I don't know. Like
The drag queen.
There's things
Love Alaska.
when people
Love in
speak in
Alaska.
platitudes, when they don't say anything. Like Hannah's one-on-one date. There's a non-memorable date, but they weren't talking. They weren't getting to know each other.
No, they were just talking about
yes.
relationships.
Yes.
You know, I'm not a cool guy. I don't. Other people try to be cool, but what's that? What's life. That's not life. They were just like talking and like, they weren't saying anything. A lot of people, to answer your question, a lot of people don't say anything when they talk, even though they're talking all the time.
Yeah,
and when I'm like trying to get to know someone who says something of substance, it could literally be about anything. It could be a strong opinion about her favorite cookie, but if someone really was to like really tell me why they have a strong opinion about something, I feel more comfortable with that person because they just have a strong opinion. They're being honest about something.
Yeah, or they're just being
They're just being real about it,
or
right?
they're being true to themselves and not trying to get like answers out of you before they answer their question.
But so when people speak in platitudes, then like a red flag will go off.
I'm the same way.
They don't say anything. And then I'll start to ask more questions.
I'm the same exact way.
And then when I push them, so
if you're speaking in poetry and it's not from a real place, it's a little awkward. I'm just like, are you talking to me or are you talking to every chick on earth? Like, what the fuck is going on?
So when someone describes it like, well, why do they think they should trust you? Well, I have a great character. I don't know what that means. You know, like it's so easy for someone to say that, well, I have my character. It's impeccable. I don't know if you know this, but God showed up. And so like, we're homies.
By the way, everyone, Arielle just saw Luki P's picture and went, nope, I'm out.
I don't
find him attractive? I think
No,
he's a good guy.
she's testing with her big giant eyes, his eyes, and she feels like he's a dud.
Yeah.
Well, none of these pictures are
This
great.
is a terrible picture.
It really is.
He's a good-looking guy.
No. I get it. I saw him say, I love you. But I still wasn't really into it. This though,
He looks like he could chew down a tree with his mouth.
Oh.
But in a good way.
In a
in
very
a
good way.
lumberjacky kind of.
Kind of tree.
No. To
Shug.
me, that just looks like
Whatever kind he wants.
that guy. God, this is gonna sound so mean, but he's like, I'm working at a restaurant in Los Angeles. I kind of want to be on a TV show. I should be on The Bachelor. That's what that picture says to me.
What does he do? Can we see what his bio is?
He's
What's his
imports
job?
and exports.
Oh, yeah. All right, Rick Vandelay.
Export manager. What does it mean?
But what does it mean?
What does that mean?
Is that a sexual?
Well, it was a made-up job by George Costanza on Seinfeld by Rick Vandelay. Or was it Rick Van? Yeah.
I don't
His
watch.
alter ego? Was it?
By George.
You don't watch
Vandelay
that?
Industries.
I've seen it. I never got like into it. Friends. I got into Friends.
I feel like our audience would relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Friends.
Yeah.
Friends is making a huge comeback with
Well,
the new
'cause of
generation.
Netflix,
Because
yeah.
of the Netflix.
I watched Friends when I was younger, and I like wasn't allowed to watch it because they were like having sex and stuff like that. My mom was like, "This isn't for you," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then I watch it when she wasn't home, and I loved Friends. And then when I grew up, And I'm like, now watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is the greatest show on earth.
It's so
I wish
good.
I was on that show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
so
Who would you
good.
be?
Rachel.
For sure.
Yeah. I love her so much. I love Jennifer Aniston in general, but I think she's just like, her to me, her energy is my energy. That's the kind of person.
Question time with Nick. Let's ask Nick your sexy questions.
Is this John Mayer? How did you get John Mayer to do that? That's amazing.
Well, we are kindred spirits.
Wow. That's so sick.
Are you ready to help us solve
Yeah.
some relationship problems?
I cannot freaking wait.
I am very excited because we have a follow-up to last week. Our Viagra whiskey dick question. For those of you who didn't listen last week or who don't remember, Cassandra was our person who asked a question. Is it your husband? Ex-fiance. She found Viagra in his drawer, and when you asked him about said Viagra, he mentioned that he used it to masturbate on work trips because he had whiskey dick. So you have an update for us. Well, what's the update? Thanks for calling. Thanks for calling in.
It wasn't just that. There's a number of things. Like we're separated now, and it wasn't just because of that. It was a number of things. That was just kind of one more thing in a pile of things.
Wow. So have you guys split up since we last spoke to you?
Or we didn't speak to her.
Or sorry, since
When did you break up or separate?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay, fresh.
And amicable. We're still friends. We have a child together, so it's important to not hate each other.
Yeah,
but I think everyone's going to be happier this way.
Did you get a better answer about why he was taking Viagra?
No, and when they first read the question, you said that it was never used with me, and he claims that it was used with me, but it's still weird that I didn't know that, if it's even true.
I mean, I would think it's less weird. I think that sounds better. I don't know what you guys think, but as a guy, I mean, I've never used it, but I can imagine why guys might be insecure about needing to use Viagra.
Yeah, like telling somebody that they love, like
so
I
that-
have to do
Yeah,
that.
I get why it might be embarrassing. The thing that freaked me out is that he would need to bring it on a week-long trip for work.
That's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there's another piece. He's actually recently, a couple weeks before that happened, he actually called me one of his coworkers' names in bed. So that's a pretty big red. So see what I mean when I say it was like a number of things piled up?
That's more than a number of things.
Yeah. It's a pretty bright red flag.
You seem incredibly understanding and chill about that. You're like, well, I mean, this minor thing happened.
You know why?
He called me Elaine.
The reason why, and this is probably part of what led him to do this, is like even before this happened, we were emotionally drifting, and like I was over it before it ended.
Okay.
So even when that happened, I just wasn't that upset. It was kind of like, great, now I have a legitimate reason to.
Blessing in disguise.
So you weren't feeling it. Was it your child that you shared that you feel like was the reason you guys were trying to make this work?
Yes, that was probably the thing. That she was probably the glue.
So now what?
Now I get a Bachelorette pad.
Great.
All right, so you feel
Free and beautiful.
You seem to be doing well. You're doing like.
Are you feeling?
I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Are you feeling empowered by the whole situation?
Pardon?
Are you feeling empowered by the whole situation? You look bright and shiny and ready to take this on.
Kinda. I'm excited. I'm excited to have my own space and do my own thing and hang out. He had other issues too, like anger issues, and he was basically Chad from the Bachelor franchise.
That's aggressive.
Chad reminds me so much of him.
Really?
So
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to just getting into my own positive space.
Just out of curiosity, because you seem like you are pleased about this. Is this? Do you even care whether he was cheating or not, or you're just more like, I'm just glad I'm out?
I'm bothered, but I'm not as bothered. If this would have happened 5 years ago, I would be like going insane. I'd be in like an explosive rage, but I'm not that upset, which is probably a bigger red flag in itself than anything he actually did. I just don't. I think I'm just ready to move on.
I mean, I think that's great. I don't know how you guys feel, but like whether he is or wasn't, I mean, ultimately, if you're happy out of it, it doesn't really matter, right?
I mean, the timing was good.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, let's assume that he was like, it doesn't like it's your ego wants to know sometimes to be like, oh, how could you? But if I think it's really healthy that you seem to be not sweating over that detail if you are in fact just happy to be out of it, because then what's the point of
I agree.
figuring that out?
Yeah.
And he
is, I mean, I probably sound naive, but he is like a loyal person. I think anyone that knows him could attest to that. So that's what's confusing for me, is that I know he's loyal by nature. So like, I'm still curious if anything did happen, and I'll probably never know. So that's annoying. But
I feel like
maybe not.
You'll know. I feel like once you get to a certain point, like being separated, all things come out, and you will find out eventually, because like you'll be able to talk about stuff because there's no like emotion attached to it.
It won't matter anymore.
Exactly. So once the emotional stuff is gone from both sides, he'll probably be like, I got to get something off my chest, and then, or not. And then that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's
He's got a lot of
closure.
pride. I think he'll probably take it to the grave. But
What's
we'll
that?
see. Maybe it'll come out.
She says he has a lot of pride.
So I think
I thought you said he kind of cried.
Are you going to start dating soon?
Maybe.
I think you should get out there.
Are you offering to slide into her
Why
DMs?
not?
Okay, just checking. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you seem like you're in a good place. I would take advantage.
Yeah. I'm also happy right now because I'm excited to be on the podcast. But yeah, generally I am in a good place too.
Well, we definitely appreciate you calling in. Yeah. Was that like looking back? Do you believe that he was on? I'm just actually curious. Did you notice the Viagra?
Would he what?
Like in his penis?
Yeah. Did you like notice? Did you feel an extra stiffness
Penis?
in his game?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. There was never like a 4-hour situation. I also
Damn.
don't really know how it works. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know the gist, but I don't know if I'd be able to tell.
Yeah, we're all kind of we all have heard like you feel you have like a really long
Stone cold,
like
stone
erection.
hard.
Yeah.
Just spilt water.
Yeah, a long,
Yeah,
super hard erection. Huh?
Freakishly long sexual situation.
It was pretty
Oh
much
my
normal.
God. Sorry.
I don't know. Anyways, I think the important thing is
I
it
don't
doesn't
think I can
matter.
hear what she's saying because I think she just said it was freakishly long.
She said
No,
it
I said
wasn't
it-
freakishly
Oh,
long.
all I was picturing was a freakishly long penis. And you said he has a lot of pride. I thought you said he cried. God, I can't
Arielle was like,
hear.
well, maybe you might want to make that work. You
Yeah,
might wanna-
I wanna explore that.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. I'm just glad you seem to be in a good place.
Same. You are gorgeous, and you are just like you are full of life. You are loved. You're amazing.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And I wanted to defend, you said, why would she go to Reddit? I wanted to address that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Reddit is where the real people are. I'm not going to get some kind of, you look something up and you get articles and you don't know who's sponsoring them. I feel like Reddit is like asking the masses.
Here, it's funny. I thought about this. I thought about this too, actually. And here's my take on Reddit, because someone sent me something. I hadn't read it, but like it was like this. Apparently, there's this page on Reddit where it's just like dating and relationship advice, and it's basically crowdsourcing. I do think that could be a helpful page because here's what I think. I think Reddit can be useful if people are willing to talk about their own personal experiences and give their own take on things as it relates to themselves. I think where Reddit becomes a little messy is when people are talking about other people and spreading rumors about things they've heard and it's hearsay. Then I don't think Reddit is a accurate source of information. But I think when people are talking about and being vulnerable about their own personal experiences, I think that can be that makes sense why that could be a helpful crowdsourcing place.
Yeah.
So cool. All right. Well, thank you for calling in. Have a great week. Good luck when you get back in the dating scene. You're gonna kill it.
Yes, queen.
So blow up Tinder.
All right.
Bye, Cassandra.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, Nathaniel.
Is it Nathaniel or Nate?
Hi.
I'm Arielle Vandenberg, and this is my friend Nick.
How are you?
I'm just going to introduce us.
Doing well. How you guys doing?
Good. Do you go by Nathaniel or Nate?
Most of my friends call me Nate.
Great.
We can go with that.
Well, what's up, Nate? How can we help you?
Yeah, so I've been struggling in my dating life a lot, and I really like what you guys have been doing on the podcast there. I feel like you're talking about a lot of pertinent issues, especially for us guys in our late 30s trying to get more serious and having those conversations. I never even knew the term DTR until you raised it on an earlier podcast.
There we go. Finding the relationship.
DTR.
Yeah, but I'm having trouble getting those conversations to actually happen. A lot of the women I'm meeting, either they're just not interested in getting more serious, they're just interested in kind of dating around, or they're still trying to find themselves in their careers. And I've worked really hard for the last 10, 15 years to get my career going and to get financially stable so I could have a more serious relationship. And so far, I'm just not finding the right women. So
I respect that.
Where?
Better?
What do you do for work, Nate?
I'm a lawyer. I'm in D.C., so
Okay.
it's a pretty intense atmosphere.
Very cool. And how are you typically meeting women?
I meet a lot of people on dating apps.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much all of them. Coffee Meets Bagel, Bumble, The League.
Coffee Meets Bagel. So you're out there. You're opening all the doors and windows. I think that's great. I think that's excellent.
I'm trying to, yeah.
No, I think that's.
Yeah, I mean, what a catch, too. Can I just say? Lawyer, DC, beautiful place to live, handsome man, full of charisma.
So, okay, I'm curious. When you match with a young lady, what is your kind of go-to? How do you approach it?
I start with a hey, what's up? Usually try to comment on something in their profile that seems interesting to me.
Okay,
I like
that.
traveling a lot, so usually I ask, hey, do you have any upcoming trips planned somewhere? Where's your favorite place to go?
I wouldn't necessarily ask them if they have upcoming trips. That maybe sounds like you're trying to get to know their schedule a little too quickly.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, Nate, everyone likes to travel. I think people on dating apps need to stop saying they like to travel and they like food.
It's true.
We all like to travel and we all like food. You're not separating yourself out from anyone, right? Can we all agree?
Right. True.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. I agree.
I do like the commenting on something you find interesting on their profile, making it about them. I think that's a great thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So now you've gotten said girl to go on a date with you. Right? So we're at this point. What's a first date kind of move that you usually do?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to follow the rules, quote unquote, for the first 3 dates. I usually do drinks on the first date, meal for the second, and then try to do some kind of activity if I get to a third. So it's usually either
that's pretty structured of
or
you.
a coffee shop.
Okay.
He's a lawyer.
Yeah, very much so.
Got structure in that.
Serious for my own good, yeah.
Are you a rule follower, Nate? I am. You're buttoned up, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
So when you're with your best friend, who's your best friend?
I've got a few. I don't have any, I guess, not close friends. I've got little pockets of friends for different activities.
When you're with a specific person that you feel like you're the most you with them, who is that person?
Yeah, probably one of my friends from college I'm thinking of now.
Okay.
Because I would take however you feel with that person and put it into the person that you're trying to go on a date with, because that person that you're pursuing or anything like that, they're going to appreciate your actual true self. And if it works out, great. And if it doesn't, then that's the way it's supposed to be. To me, anyways. I feel like if you feel yourself being different, like trying to be structured, and maybe that's not exactly the way you want to be, I feel like a good place to start is, how do you feel when you're with your best friend from college? and like go into it with that attitude, because women want to see a man just being himself and not trying to go by the rules and stuff like that, or be very specific. It's like, if you want to go to a movie, invite the girl to a movie. If you're like, I want to see this movie, come with me. I think that's better than being like, we have to do this, and this.
Yeah.
I think also,
true. I'm very locked into the rules, and I'm not really comfortable on the dates either, and I think that's showing a lot too.
But
I
that's
think
probably
location
because
is
What
key
if you tell them
too.
that?
Like, take
Have you ever
them
told them
somewhere
that?
weird or different.
don't tell them that. No, don't do that. Don't say that.
What, you would,
Well, also, I'm afraid to be too much myself right from the start.
Wait.
because I'm trying to get
No.
first. So I kind of ask a
Hold
lot
on.
of questions and listen a lot. So I'm not really talking a lot about myself. I'm doing a lot of
I
leaning
will.
in and
But I
paying
think
attention.
that. But I think that's really important, and I think that you need to know that that's okay to be yourself. I think that is like the best quality, and especially talking to you right now, you're freaking awesome. You seem so normal and cool, and you can hold a conversation. But that's so important. So I think like go into that with so much more confidence than you're giving yourself or credit.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Are you guys not okay with a guy saying, I'm nervous on a date?
No,
love
that's
that.
fine. No, that's okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying is like,
He got all sad. He's like, I say I'm nervous.
no, I'm just saying like, here we are, we're talking to Nate. You three women are all going
it's
like,
very-
oh, this is very endearing and sweet
no.
because he's being vulnerable with us. And I'm not saying a guy on the first date should just like, pour it all out there, play it cool. I think you have great, I love your idea. Like, I totally agree with you because Nate, you sound like as a lawyer, like maybe a little structured and buttoned up, and I think that's served you very well in life and your career. It can be sometimes maybe intimidating. I think even for both sexes, like if I'm on a date with a woman and I feel like she's like, before we're even done on the first date or the second round of drinks, she's like, so like, do you want to hang out again? And it's like, what do you like?
And that's the other thing too, because I'm pretty slow to grow feelings. So I don't always put a lot out there at first. I really want to kind of wait and see how the first date or two go before I really express myself further. And I feel like that's holding me back a lot too.
Yeah, and that's good. I totally agree with Arielle. Like, I think maybe keep it pretty casual. I would throw your rules away about like what should it be. I think maybe 2 drink dates is totally fine. Catching a movie, casually inviting them to join you on something it seems like you are already doing is a really
Very
I think a
good.
great.
That is so important.
Very good.
It's like, hey, I don't know if you're interested, but I'm actually on my way to whatever. If you're up for it, like, it could be fun.
That's really cool. I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, and choose something that you would really like
Love
to
that.
do and that you would be
Something you're
super
passionate about.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And whatever that is, even if
Yeah, I
you
just
think
don't want
it's
to come on
bizarre.
too strong. I guess that's the whole thing for me. Like, I don't want to put too much out there too soon, because if she's not feeling it, then I feel like I'm just being a little too...
Then you don't want to
overwhelming.
see her anymore
Yeah,
if she's
she
not feeling
sucks.
it. Bye.
I think it's like a good second date would be let's say you have drinks with this girl, you've played it fairly cool, and again, I think a first date is a lot of like just having a conversation. You're a lawyer, so you talk to people all the time, so just have a conversation with some. I wouldn't even really talk about date 2 with them. You make them wonder if you're even interested in a date 2. You haven't decided yet, Nate. Right? I think sometimes on first dates, there's always one person who can sense the other person just wants to know if there's a second date to be had.
Yeah.
Make them wonder. Even if you're like totally into it, like you don't know. I don't know you yet. But then you're like, I had a nice time. We should, maybe we should do this again. But keep them wondering. And then like a few days later, you reach out. You're like, hey, Pam, is it? I always go with
Pam.
Never gone out with a Pam.
Erica, Susie, Sarah. Hey, listen, I don't know what you're up to later, but I'm going to this thing and
Come.
you should don't ask. You should come if you're free. You should totally come. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
That's
I just want to feel like I'm holding her hostage too. That's the other thing I feel.
You
I'm worried
do?
about when
Let her
to do something.
Don't hold her hostage.
that's a good start.
And then if she replies, let's say she replies back, "Oh, sorry, I can't. I'm busy." Don't reply right away. Right? Go do your thing, or don't do it if you were just going to do it only if she wanted to.
I disagree with this part.
I disagree.
Hold on, and then you reply back later and be like, "No worries. It was next time. It was a lot of fun." What? You think you should reply right away?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, why? Just
Just be like, okay, great, no
yeah,
problem.
fine.
Yeah.
have a great time.
Because don't be weird.
Because
just think.
I didn't say be weird, but you
No,
could
no,
wait
not
like an
you.
hour and just do your thing.
what does that accomplish waiting that hour?
Exactly. That's so fucking annoying. Don't do that. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
You don't
do.
want her to
Wait,
worry that you said I can't go, and then she's going to worry that you're taking it weird. It's like, okay, great. No problem. You can't go. No big deal.
You should totally
Chill.
be chill about it.
Yeah.
But like, don't be weird.
I think you're right about saying, I'm going to go do this thing. Come if you want. And then what you need to do is not worry about what she wants to do, because she's not being held hostage against her will. She can get an Uber home. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
True.
You are already doing that thing. You have fun. You be yourself. You go do whatever you're going to do. But if she comes with you, awesome. And if she wants to leave, bye. And if she wants to stay, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, and just know that it's not on you to figure out what she does with her life. She'll figure it out because she's an adult.
Yeah. And I think there's a difference between
Well
being
said.
attentive to her and then versus worrying if she's having any fun.
Totally.
So like you want to be attentive as a guy because you're not a dick and you're like
That's the
invite
whole
her
thing,
up.
yeah, because I feel responsible for her good time.
No.
No.
She's an adult. She's responsible for her own fun. You can be attentive to her, like, hey, can I get you something to drink? Or, you open the door for her. You be a gentleman.
Yeah.
But like and that's why it's really important. I think I agree with Arielle. Invite her something that you already enjoy doing, that you're confident in that environment, that you can look like you're having a good time. So if someone sees you having a good time, she will feel like she should have a good time. Almost like
Yeah, I want to know so bad, what is your favorite thing to do? Like, what's a hobby?
Favorite thing to do? Oh gosh, I'm a big nerd, so I do like going to bar trivia a lot.
Great.
great.
Perfect.
Oh my God, stop everything you're doing and go on freaking Bagel Meets Bagel and tell the girl that you're talking to meet you at fucking trivia night. That is so fun.
Yeah.
If someone told me that they were doing that, I'd be like, I'll see you there in 5. I would be there before you. That is so
Not
fun.
everyone's into it though. I just feel like it's a lot to put on.
Yes,
someone else.
but the right person for you will be into it.
And do
That's
it-
so
People have
fucking
been telling me
fun.
that a lot, and I need to get over it.
Do
right?
what Arielle said.
yes.
When you say it, don't say, would you be interested? And be like, meet me at so-and-so for
Yeah.
trivia night.
It's
Going to be a lot of fun. See you there.
Totally. Yeah. Come if you want.
Assumptive
See you
close, Nate. You
Oh, I love trivia night. That's cool.
it's a soft close. The assumptive close.
Sales term?
Yeah.
Oh.
You
All right, I'll
presume
give
that
it
they're
a
going to
shot.
buy from you. So like, sir, when you buy
He's like,
this,
I gotta go.
you
Back
know.
to work.
Oh, do you have to go?
he's all right. Well, hopefully this was helpful. You seem like a really
I hope
genuine,
so,
sweet
yeah.
guy.
And I appreciate everything you're doing on your podcast there too. I think you're really attentive and really thoughtful. So I appreciate you putting yourself out there like this a lot.
Well, thanks,
I'm
Nate.
learning a lot from it.
All right. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Good luck. Hey, give us an
I
update.
appreciate
Well, you're welcome
Thanks
to
so
call
much.
back. All right.
You're awesome. Bye. No, Nate doesn't.
He's
Nate
awesome.
is
He just
rad.
doesn't know.
Yeah,
I know.
He's just very self-conscious about everything dating wise. Oh my gosh, he shouldn't be.
Oh, but the game night is
If
perfect.
somebody
Right.
asked me to a trivia night, I don't care if I had feelings for this person or not. I would just want to go.
Well, and that's the point
that
is you
gives
put
you that-
you put each other in a situation where you can independently enjoy it, and it's not really so much about. There's no pressure there. It's like you're both having fun, and you can see the best sides of
Here's
each
Nate
other.
I love
thinking
Nate.
he's a nerd and that nerd's a bad
Right.
thing and he likes trivia and no girl or
I wanna
woman
date
would
him.
want to share that with him.
I would go.
I think the
I would
key.
go.
I would go.
Totally. Trivia sounds fun. And even if Nate said, let's say Nate said, I'm a big nerd and I love history and I just love going to art museums or museums. Also great.
It's better to be
whatever
just
he's
yourself.
super into and what you're
Yes.
confident about. A girl goes with you and you're like, say he's like a nerdy history buff. Yeah, that could be boring for a lot of people, but like,
But if you make fun out of it, like
not even that. Yeah, you
you just go-
you see a guy or you see a person in their element where they are passionate about something that's just attractive in general.
Yeah.
yeah, because they turn into themselves
And
genuinely.
they're
yeah.
themselves and they're like some sort of expert in something where they have
Yeah.
a strong opinion. Like, again, like they don't have to speak in platitudes. They can just
I'm
speak in.
so
I'm
excited.
so excited for Nate.
Same.
Same.
It was
Love
sad
Nate.
in the email he wrote. Maybe he thought he missed his chance at love and he should give
It's
up.
only in his no. I mean, listen, hey, I think about giving up all the time. But listen.
But look at me. No, you're like, but I can't. I mean, I think everyone
people
feels
fall in
like
love
that.
in their 90s.
Yeah,
Come on.
We all do a little bit. I think that Nate is definitely that type of guy who's self-conscious and maybe he's not super confident as a result of maybe just not having a lot of luck out there in dating. And my guess is Nate maybe out there, because he's also very structured, is making the mistake of, and he kind of admitted this, I think he's applying unnecessary pressure on his dates. And instead of being himself and showing some of these endearing qualities that we got to know from Nate, he's not showing that and is almost sometimes making his dates feel uncomfortable. He even mentioned this because he's a little too anxious and he just wants to know if he's liked, right? And then
if she's having a good time,
and is she having a good time?
It means like no. This is such a common dating problem, I imagine, for boys. Yeah.
Or just people. He doesn't have to worry about he's clearly a nice guy, so he doesn't have to be worried about being a dick. You know, we're not talking about the guy who's just like, well, treat a girl like shit and she'll come. Like, that's not, like, obviously, it's not, he's not going to do it. He's a nice guy, but I think he needs to assert himself about what he needs to show who he is, and he's going to show this confidence by not being so like, are you okay? Are you having fun? And even thinking that, because that definitely that comes out.
And you truly don't know what another person needs or wants until you know them for a little while. So in that phase, show them what you want to do. And like, but what I loved what you said about, what did you say? You have to like be nice to them. What did you say? You have to like
be a gentleman?
No.
Attentive?
Attentive.
Yeah.
Attentive.
Yeah. There's a difference between being attentive and worrying about if they're having fun.
Yeah.
Very true.
Would you have ever thought a late 30s male lawyer was listening to your podcast? Isn't that exciting?
I think our 10 percenters are now our 12 percenters. We're growing.
Yeah. Hey, Nate, if you want to get on a plane and fly out here, come on down.
I hope Nate calls back with some updates.
I hope so too.
Nice to meet you.
What is your name?
I'm
Hannah?
Hannah, yes.
Oh, so many Hannahs. How are you doing, Hannah?
I watch the season and I hear it everywhere.
Well, it's exciting. I'm Nick. This is Arielle.
Hello.
As we just kind of mentioned. How can we help you, Hannah?
I'm in my car. So, long story short, I've been dating this guy for about 5 years. We are very good friends. We get along really well. As we fight, it's like little stuff that's kind of like minuscule, but it's like so much. So sometimes, you know, like for example, he did forget my birthday this year. So that was
These are hard
one I
to
was pretty
remember.
upset, and I warned him and I reminded him ahead of time. And I'm young. I'm 24. He's actually older than me by a good bit, by 4 years. So he's 28. So like I feel like I got my stuff together, and I feel like he should get his stuff together too. So it's just a couple things like being a little lazy. We live together, so he's gotten very lazy about the house and cleaning. And I've mentioned it to him, and the best part is like he like totally admits it. Like he knows that he's gotten bad, but he still doesn't change.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point where like I've told him time and time again, different things like again the birthday or being lazy or not, you know, just little things like that, and it's still happening.
He
So I'm
forgot
at the point where like
too.
yeah, like what do I do at this point?
Well, so like you said, kind of like what you said it, right? You've told him and he still didn't do anything about it, which means he doesn't care, ultimately.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that he doesn't necessarily care about you, but he just doesn't care. He is clearly comfortable in his environment. This is a situation that will not get better by you continuing what seems to him be nagging. I know you're not trying to nag, and you have every right to express how you feel, but he's just he's just hearing it as nagging. I do think he listen. It's kind of simple. He's gotten comfortable in his own skin, and he doesn't care, and he doesn't appreciate you. And the only way to probably change that is to let him know that you're not willing to put up with it anymore, which probably means that you kind of might just need to break up with him.
Yeah.
In the hopes that he realizes it. I mean, you can kind of like, you can give him an ultimatum. I mean, those usually don't work.
Yeah.
But I listen, like,
I've gotten to that point.
I think you just kind of say, hey, listen, you know, I've said this in other episodes, the best way to approach it is to more or less act indifferent. And you obviously care about the guy and you want to make it work. And you say that, like, listen, I want to make this work, but I know my own worth. And my worth is having someone who like remembers moments. And I'm letting you know birthdays are important to me, and they may not be to you, but they are to me. And so I think that's a small ask in a relationship. I care about Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That's a small ask. I want you to help me around the house. Like, I don't want to be a nag. I don't like who I am when I'm with you. You bring out the worst in me, buddy. And so maybe we should just separate, because listen, maybe I want you to want to remember someone's birthday and you don't remember mine, you know? And I think you kind of approach it that way, where you just like let them know that like
you're single.
I know. Isn't it great? He's so blunt every time. I'm just like, yes.
Do you mean that in a bad way?
No.
Yeah,
I'm saying that is very good advice.
That's just what you should do.
I love that.
I totally agree. And I think like it's been hard for me because there's like, he's having a lot of family stuff going on with him right now. So like, I get that there's something going on, like, but we got to separate that from what's going on with us.
You do. And I don't mean to sound cold on him, but that's not your problem. It's really like everyone has their own shit, you know, like everyone at some point has something going on in their family, and some family member has a health scare or whatever, and you can be there for him, and you can still be there for him as a friend, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you are imprisoned to a relationship with someone who doesn't show willingness to do the little things that you want, and you have every right to decide that whether you deserve that or not. And I think you should just simply let him know what you want, and that you let him know that he's not demonstrate that, and you just don't want to bother him anymore with it. So you should take some time apart. And then when you do take time apart, you go and you kind of disappear for a while. Even if you still love him and hope that you get back together, let him miss you. Let him not be there. If he freaks out on you and begs for you back, you still say no. And the truth is, he's probably not, people just don't change for other people. So you have to take that risk.
But I do think like those little behavioral things, like I don't remember birthdays. I forget my mother's birthday all the time, and I've known her my whole life. But if she said to me, hey, this is important to me that you do this, I would fucking remember my mother's birthday.
Saying.
Like those things can improve.
They can, but what I'm saying, she has already expressed this, and he has said, without saying it, he said, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
How long has this like stuff been happening? Like the little fights?
I would say in the last year it's gotten more so. Yeah, even more. And I get, like I said, there's more stuff going on with him, and I can see that that's affecting him. But and we've talked about it, and that's what's crazy to me is that like I've literally expressed this to him time and time again over the past, like I would say, year. And it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm just done, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and listen, whatever he's going through with his family, that sucks, and I'm sorry. But let's say you get engaged and then married and have a family with this kid. You will only deal with more stress points, more situations. It might be money problems. One of your kids could have a health scare, God forbid. As you get older, your parents will certainly, you know, like have health issues. There will be more shit that you have to deal with. And if all this guy has proven to you is that when the shit gets tough, he can't remember your birthday, or you know what I'm saying? Like he can't, that's not an excuse to start being shitty. So you have to take that into account. These are simple things that, these are excuses. They're not valid reasons why he's not doing it. And he's using it against you to justify him just not giving a shit. And he's just very comfortable. And he doesn't think you're ever going to leave.
Well, I really think I think I kind of knew what I needed to do, but it's hard to justify it for me, you know, because of being with him for so long. And I'm so young, and I'm like I have the rest of my life.
Totally.
I'm doing really well with what I'm doing. So
And I don't think you should, I've been with him for 5 years, shouldn't be part of your equation of thinking whether you want to stay with him or not. Do you love him now? Is he the person for you now? It doesn't, I mean, I know you have a history and that's hard to say goodbye to, but that's not a reason to stay with someone just because you were great when you were 19. You know? Is he great now? And will he be great in the future? I think are the two questions you need to ask yourself.
When it gets tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, thank you so much. I was so nervous. I'm so excited.
Aww.
You're so mature and like you're just speaking so well and you understand and like you're exactly where you're supposed to be and you're so cute and I think that you'll figure it out. I think that was very good advice.
Yeah.
Like,
well, thanks.
Very good advice. And I also think that you can handle that kind of advice because some people can't. And you already kind of came into it saying the same thing and you were like, I don't know what's happening. But I feel like, that was great advice and you should take it.
I'll leave
or do whatever you feel is right. I mean, but yeah, I like that.
I'll leave you with one thing, Hannah. I'll ask you a question. You don't even have to answer it. And we've talked about this a lot, is deep down, what does your gut tell you should do and what does your gut tell you deserve?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know, I got to listen to it. My mind and the gut, sometimes two different things.
It's sometimes it's those scary things that we have to answer and follow through with but once we have the courage to do it, you'll feel much better for it.
I feel like it's your heart and your gut are different. Your mind and your gut are the same.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in the science of it, it's all our brain. But anyways.
And that's a wrap.
So nice to see you.
All right. Well, it's so nice to meet you. Have a good day. Enjoy that sunny day wherever you are.
Bye.
She was a sweetie pie.
He just doesn't care.
And that really sucks. And I think what you said about him becoming comfortable is so true. And I think that happens so much. That complacency, you have to watch out for that demon, that complacency demon.
Also, like, they were together for 5 years, which means that she got with him when she was 19 and he was 24.
Oh, damn.
So, like,
I missed that
he's
part.
just getting older.
Yeah.
But he's not even that old. That's the thing.
No. But, like, when men just
he's super comfortable
year after year, like you change, like men really change and so do girls. Like we all, if we heard his side of the story, there might be obviously something that he's like, well, there's this, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
totally.
there's two sides. So I feel like she came to talk about it, but
she's no, but I think that's a great point is that, she's
change
probably grown up a lot
when
between
you're
19
young.
and 24.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm sure that he does have his own side of the story, but I mean, it's pretty black and white whether he's remembered her birthday.
For sure.
Right?
No. I just meant in the change category. Like he has changed this year. So, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you grow apart, right?
Exactly.
Like, especially at that age. Well, both of these two are very young in the sense that they both have the option for this relationship not to work out, be totally fine, learn from it, be single for a while, and meet someone who's maybe a better fit, who they can both appreciate a little bit more. Like, they maybe that want different things, and that's fine. But he does.
It's the question is like, are you growing into better people or are you not? Like, are you growing to continue? And I'm so inspired by you and you're still inspired by me and you're making me better and I feel good around you. Those are the simple questions.
I don't know how Hannah was. I just know for me, and that's why I said the 5 years is when my first relationship was I met her when I was 18 and we dated forever. And listen, for the most part, that's other than maybe a few like high school boyfriends or girlfriends that you have, that's really all you know. It's really hard to say goodbye to that.
Of course.
Right? It's really hard to say goodbye to someone.
Because you're like, where else am I going to find the person I'm going to be with? Or like, it's so hard.
You've never gotten that close to anyone who wasn't your mom, dad, or brother or sister. And here's this person.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Even when they don't appreciate you, remember your birthdays, it's really hard to say goodbye to. And I think a lot of people who have their kind of first love or early love in their life are afraid to walk away. And I've dated for 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. That's a lot of an investment to say goodbye to. It's hard to cut away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you should not worry about it.
I never like looking at it like that. But I've invested so much time. Yes, they do.
And
yes, they do.
all I'm saying is I appreciate why they do,
Yeah.
but it's not something they should do because it really doesn't.
No, invest in stocks, Those are the numbers you should be watching.
Any other things you want to make sure or get out? What are you promoting? Where can people follow you? Like,
I'm here to promote natural habits.
Wow.
Great.
What a plug.
We can edit that out, right? Just kidding. Thanks for asking. Got nothing. No, I have a podcast here at the same studio. You guys can listen to that. It's called The Only Child Podcast. It's hilarious. No, it's not. It's Nick has been on it. Oh, thanks. No, it's fun. It's I'm still figuring it out, to be honest. Like every episode I do something different, and it's like I think my listeners are like, what the fuck is this show? But but it's okay because it's like every show, who cares? It's kind of like a variety show. If I want to do this, I want to do this. If I want to do this, I want to do this. And if you want to listen, great. But like, yeah, every episode I'm kind of figuring things out, and it's just fun, and there's guests, and Nick was on it, and I'm on it. Yeah.
Where can people find you, Arielle?
Thank you for correcting yourself.
Arielle.
I have an Instagram account. It's at Arielle. I'm on YouTube. It's an Arielle Vandenberg.
She's very
YouTube.
You are very, very funny.
Thank you. Yeah. You guys
We're
are nice.
apparently going to do some sort of thing together. She keeps saying, and then
I want to do I rescheduled Uno time.
What are you going to do?
One time.
I don't know.
I tried to speak Spanish.
Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice.
I know what you're doing. I told you.
Well, you've
right.
Kind.
Yeah. Well, I didn't send you a script or anything, but yeah, I have an Instagram sketch I want to do with you, and I'm just trying to figure out if it's going to be funny or not.
Let's make it funny.
Let's make it funny. No, it'll be funny. I'm just saying. I picture it very short, and then I was like, wait, for a minute, it might be too. Like, maybe we can make it short.
Can you give us a little tea? Like, what is it? A little bit.
It's basically, I just want to make, so I used to do these things on Vine. So on Vine, I had a lot of followers there. And that one of my most popular videos was like running into a hot guy while you're doing something that you don't want to be seen by a hot guy doing. So Nick would play me. And I'd play the hot guy.
Cute.
Just kidding. He'd play the hot guy.
Oh.
Yes, we can.
That was fun. I liked that angle.
No, he's obviously going to play the hot guy. And I'm going to be doing something that I don't want to be caught doing. And then I'm going to try and make up an excuse why it's not me doing it.
Oh, I'm excited.
Do you know what I mean? Something like that. It'll be funny. It'll be cute. Follow me on Instagram to check it out.
She's a great follow. Yeah.
Thank you.
You are.
I almost licked this microphone. It's way too close.
I feel like you're one of those like OG, so consistent, kind of wild that you really do keep it up. And like your content, how do you you're just pumping it out? It's incredible.
I don't know. Thank you. I hope it feels like that because I feel like I'm so late. I'm always like, I haven't posted in like a week and I'm like, what do I fucking do?
I agree with Shug. You are much better than I.
I feel like you're better.
No.
Yes.
Once in a while I bust out a painting video.
Which is amazing.
I love
those. Are amazing. Also, your face wasn't even in the last one. I was like, nice.
Yeah, that one I was like, we got to get a production crew in here.
That
what
was a mistake that kind of worked out because I was showcasing the new Natural Habits diffusers, and it was a nice little just relaxing little painting. Which again, essential oils are great in any situation, especially at home. And I was just making my indoor air smell wonderful while painting, but I got a little too carried away and then cut out.
Don't do this.
My face.
I got a little too carried away.
Sorry.
Too carried.
So yeah, that was that. But it does get stressful.
It is stressful. It's so weird because like I feel like my boyfriend's so good at being like on a kind of more of a schedule than I am, and so I'm like
with his content creation.
Yeah. So we both do the same thing. So he, but anyways, he has like a thing where he's like, I have to post tomorrow morning at like 10 a.m. Or else he feels like he's not doing enough for the followers.
With the analytics, you really do have to hit those.
You actually do.
It gives me anxiety just to
think
think about.
But I understand it completely because people need consistency to be like, oh, you're in the feed. There you are. Okay, cool. I'm going to like it.
Truly, like the insider info of how it all works, you have to be posting it, similar times every day and all of the rest.
I don't follow that. I just don't. The other day I posted at like 4 and I was like, this is going to bomb, but it was fine.
Should I do questions with Nick at the exact same time every Sunday? Because I just do it Sunday afternoon.
No, I think it's fine.
I think that people are already waiting, and that I don't think that matters. No.
Right. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. This was great. This was so fun.
We've been talking about having you on for some time.
I know. Well, I would love to do it again. This is so fun. I'd love
to have you again.
I love an advice situation.
Isn't it great? Aren't you kind of blown away?
Yes.
At the last time when I was here last week, I couldn't just stop staring at him. It's like very solid, bold, and
because it's really
straightforward advice. No, it's so good. It's great.
Well, it's really hard to tell somebody the truth.
Yeah,
and you do it in a really good way. You make it
caring.
seem like you do it in a caring way, which is good. Because I just kind of like feel weird saying certain things, but like you do it in a good way.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Thanks, ladies.
Yeah. And good advice. So it helps that it's good and not just confident.
Great.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to check out Natural Habits, NHOils.com.
Thought you were going to say me, but it's fine.
Oh, I already plugged Arielle.
Don't forget to check out my Natural Habits.
Natural Habits. We'll still use the same code Pretty Woman since let's all just be pretty women. Pretty woman, though, singular, for 20% off.
Oh.
We will change our codes.
Got it.
Kind of whatever. I mean, we can do a new code. Like either.
Should the code be Arielle?
No.
Okay.
Well, if you want it to be. I mean, that's.
But is it Arielle spelled your name or is it R-E-L?
I think it should be Pretty Woman.
I think it should be Pretty Woman.
Thank you for that.
Just plugging away. You know.
No, I hear you, sister. Follow me on Instagram. Listen to my podcast.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Have a great week. Don't forget to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Yeah. That really helps. It's good.
Yeah. If you guys don't
Comment,
want us to
like
not,
things.
we might have to turn this podcast off.
Hey.
Don't do that.
We need your 5 stars.
It's true.
Of course, when I say that, I do, I have noticed that someone's like, he asked for 5 stars. Here's 2 stars. Like, that's happened.
Thanks. No, if you want to hear podcasts and you like what you're like listening to, like it so that we know what we're doing.
Or not, but thanks for listening.
Yeah. Well, you get what I'm saying.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.